Hey there smartphone fans, welcome back to Smartphone Wars for another honest hands-on review on the latest tech from China you probably never heard of, but you should have. And today I got a real looker here, the beautiful, gorgeous Meize Alpha X. Very stylish appearance, very nice box, but is it any good? Well, watch the review and as always you'll find out. And here just on the back of the box are the basic specs: 18:9 full display, 6 inches, Helio P25, 6 gigs of RAM, Sony camera, USB Type-C, all the bells and whistles except NFC of course. Chinese still don't put that around $250. I don't know why, don't ask me. And here is the phone itself, very good build quality. Meize Alpha, the original, and the Meize Alpha X, definitely if looking for a very well built device. Premium glass on both sides, very nice metal rim that is textured, skin textured, that is on the sides. Premium build quality, the buttons don't wobble, and it's nice to see Chinese manufacturers don't going for those fake dual cameras but just putting a single sensor in there. Very nice to see. And on the left side of course you have the dual nano SIM tray, which one of them can be used as a micro SD card slot. And on the bottom there is 2 grills, but it's just a single speaker guys. And the USB Type-C, of course, the modern USB Type-C, which should all phones have. And of course this one does have a 3.5mm headphone jack, and most importantly a front fingerprint scanner. That's right, this is an 18:9 full view, full screen phone with a front fingerprint scanner. You don't see those very often these days because of this new aspect ratio, and there's a lot of display to cover that whole area, and manufacturers choose to mainly put it on the back for that reason. But kudos to Meize, they've actually done very well here. The display looks very nice, and the UI is just basically stock Android Nougat. This half FM radio as well. And here are all the specs in details: Helio P25, 6 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of onboard storage, Android Nougat, as I said, and there's 2 Sony cameras, the Sony IMX258 on the back and the Sony IMX219 on the front. There's a 3900 mAh battery, and there's all the sensors you need. The charger inside is an 18-watt fast charger, so it will probably charge the whole battery in just around 2 hours. You do get a USB Type-C plug, a very nice one, but it's one of those longer extension ones, so the regular short cables will not transfer data, but will just charge the Meize Alpha X. And in the package I was surprised really not to find a silicone case or anything, just a screen protector on it, because all of those Chinese brands really offer any additional case like silicone basic case, and this was really not cool for Meize to not pack one. The phone weighs around 215 grams, which is good. There's good build quality, the device is thinner than most at this price, and it's really beautiful. The glass on the back and on the front is really great. The front fingerprint scanner is also made of glass, and it's also Gorilla Glass, not like Doogee Mix 2, which doesn't have Gorilla Glass at all. And of course you can use the front fingerprint scanner for navigation, tap it once to go back and hold it to go to home or view your recent tasks. The Meize Alpha, the original Meize Alpha, and the Meize Alpha X really pack a punch with the display. The display is very bright, very vivid colors, and it's nice to see that there's a notification LED, and the sunlight visibility is also, as you can see, pretty good on the display. As the display as a whole, you probably won't get anything better at around $200. Very vivid colors, very deep blacks. Viewing angles are also great. There's no shift in color when you just move around. Just a very good display. Kudos to the Meize Alpha X, and the Android Nougat runs very well. This is a very slick and very light debloated experience, just only the basic stuff and the Google apps, no bloatware inside. Again, very nice for those of you who just want to install anything themselves. Android 7.1.1 Nougat would have been nice, or Oreo, but at this price most Chinese phones still do offer Nougat. And now let's check the sound quality a little bit. Sound quality as well as call quality on the device for me was very good. There's no problems, just it's not exceptional but it's not bad either. And you also have 2 modes, normal and sports mode for the battery, One is set on performance and one is set to keep preserved battery life. I suggest to run this phone in sports mode to feel the more snappier experience. This is a multi-language ROM with a lot of languages supported. This is as a dual nano SIM, and you just pop in your nano SIM in there and to automatically get 4G if you live in anywhere in Asia and in the European Union and Europe. This phone does have a bit limited connectivity in the United States and Canada, so do check if any of your operators support the bands I'm about to show you. And the phone does support also voice over LTE or VoLTE as it's known. The Maze Alpha X, when it comes to LTE 4G speed, was actually pretty decent here in my country, and considering I'm not 3 or 5 floor house, I get a pretty good reception from 4G here, and the GPS lock from Silent House was very fast, so this is a very good GPS device. Now, as I'm on to benchmarks, the Antutu score was pretty reasonable, but at a cost, since this is a thinner glass phone, the thermals were not great, and the phone did get a bit hotter. And now, as I check gaming, I'm trying all the heavy games like the World War Heroes. Here I'm playing on average settings. You can feel that there's lag and the phone starts to get a bit hotter and starts to throttle down a bit. Let me try another game in a minute after I get killed here, because I suck at this game, and this is a game I'm good at. This is Marvel Contest of Champions, another heavy 3D game on the Android store, and as you can see here, there's also some skip frames and lag because of the phone getting a bit hotter. So like the original Maze Alpha, the Maze Alpha X keeps the very good looking body, the great display, but is again plagued by a bit higher thermals than usual. That being said, you won't feel that when you navigate through everyday tasks, opening, closing apps. This phone is a very snappy phone and display is very nice looking. If you're not like a really heavy gamer, you mostly play like Candy Crush Saga and all those Farmville type games, like strategy games that are 2D not 3D, you won't feel any heat from the phone because it will not fully utilize all the 8 cores and the graphics processor inside. As a daily driver, the Maze Alpha X for me is absolutely sufficient and as good as any $200 device on the market. Apps open very quickly, multitasking is also very well done, 6 gigs of RAM are plenty, even if the device doesn't fully utilize them like all the other Chinese phones, probably utilize around 4 of them. And as you can see here, the battery life on the device still a bit behind the Oukitel Mix 2 and the Doogee Mix 2 when it comes to battery life. It's good for around 7 to 8 hours of screen on time on a single charge, but not much more, especially if you're doing gaming, because as the phone temperature rises, it consumes more battery. Now onto the cameras. The Maze Alpha X really made a good try here. Sony IMX258 on the back and the Sony IMX219 on the front. And well, I do have to applaud them for just having a single camera on the back. But as I said, time and time again, it doesn't matter if it has 5 cameras on the back, 10 cameras or 1. What matters is end quality. And as I took a studio shot here in like perfect lighting conditions, I could already see some noise creeping into the photo. The video quality, however, was very nice. It's a Full HD video, but it doesn't suffer from any focus hunting issues. And the front camera was actually not bad, but it had a bit trouble focusing from very up close. So this is something that probably will be fixed with an update later on. As on general photo quality, as I say, if you have even very good lighting conditions, you will still, when zoomed in close, see a bit of noise, and this is the problem for the Maze Alpha X, and both cameras have that. The photo quality is decent. I can see there's plenty of detail on the photo, but there's just too much noise because the lenses are a bit cheaper, I think, and low light shots, it's even super apparent. There's just, for me, too much noise if you're not using the phone in like very good lighting conditions. So the Maze Alpha X offers an amazing display experience, premium build quality, USB Type-C, and it's a very good phone in general if you're not a very heavy 3D gamer and you don't mind the thermals a little bit. So this has been it for my Maze Alpha X review. There's a link to buy the phone if you want to in the video description below. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe to my channel for more honest reviews like this.